What's up, y'all? I wanted to show you some cool music that I found on the internet. One of the things I love most about Pokemon is their music, especially their composer Junichi Masuda. He's the dude who makes most of the best tracks from the series. He even directed some of the Pokemon games. He's responsible for Black and White, if you don't know, which started the greatest feature complete generation of all time before they kind of ripped them off the series around the time of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. That's neither here nor there. He was a founding member of Game Freak, and he's a master of the esoteric genre of RPG music. Music that works well in RPGs designed for children and teenagers. His music has been remixed in just about every way you can imagine. I love Pokemon remixes high key. They're some of my favorite iterations of music, and I just wanted to look at some things. This is a live recording, so we're gonna just go through a live tour, and I'm gonna show you something that I found cool about the world of Pokemon music. We're on my browser. I'm gonna put myself in the corner over here, and let's see what Pokemon music has to offer us. It's nice, right? We love gold and silver music. But unfortunately, you read the title of this video. This is an anti-AI video. I am calling out instances of AI or allegations, or not trying to make enemies here on my first video here on my YouTube journey, but I felt like this is a good enough starting point to state my morals and stuff. If you are tired of finding AI music in your feeds, or your friends are constantly posting music to you and you find that it's AI, if you're not as keen on AI as other people because you understand the destructive value it has towards human artistry and the environment, I recommend you watch this video and go through it with me. AI music slop is really prevalent in video game music scenes, and that especially counts for Pokemon. This channel is called Matcha. We will come back. This became sort of annoying because a Discord server I was in has a couple of people who are, there's an honest influx of people, and I'm 30. I'm actually 31, but the issue is that some of the younger people, or some of the more inexperienced media people, don't really know much about how to conscientiously consume their music or source their things. They're not incredibly inquisitive, as it were. But we're gonna look at this channel. So Pokemon Hardstyle, which is look at their views, 32K on Just Sonth, 2.2K, 5.7K. So they're doing very well, and their upload frequency is extremely rapid, as you can see. They have these high production quality level. I'm just gonna skip into where okay, maybe not. So what I'm trying to exemplify here is that AI music is incredibly hard to have an ear for, to understand that it's made by AI. And as such, the people who need to be wary of whether the music they're consuming is AI is they need to look for all the other signs, like the fact that the AI art for the thumbnail in this video gives her 4 eyebrows. You see that, right? The Just Sonth has 4 eyebrows, not to mention the people who respect Just Sonth. I mean, yes, any person could draw Just Sonth and have her with this outfit on, but as the person she is in the video games, she's kind of psychotic. She's incredibly high class. She would never wear anything like this. This is Galar stuff. This is the Just Sonth that she wore Galar, and she's a French person, unfortunately. That doesn't matter anyways, because when you go back to the Pokemon Hardstyle channel, you look at it, and first of all, so many words. Just Sonth's battle theme from Pokemon Legends EA is one of those tracks that immediately stood out to me. Blah, 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 Electro Swing. We love Electro Swing here. We love good composition. What we don't like is when Pokemon, or any musical artist in general, has a YouTube video that they upload rapidly on and have no links to any of their socials. This person is not as proud of their music as a human being would be. Not because they're not a human being, but because they did not have the effort gone through what a normal human being would get to achieve this level of production quality. And if you are not cognizant of the level of production quality it takes to make things like this by hand, you need to try doing stuff like this yourself, or talk to people who do this themselves. This picture, four eyebrows notwithstanding, would take a lot of practice and expertise to actually get right. Or you can just put into an AI prompt in like 2 seconds. The music, which is it's a hardstyle remix of an electro swing song. It would take a complex knowledge of different genres of music and music theory to even concoct. But this person is uploading this person 3 weeks ago, because they haven't uploaded for whatever reason. They banged out 3 of these in a week. It would take a team of people multiple days to put that stuff out like this. And as you're going to see during this video, this is just the most obvious example. Let's go to a channel called Fantasia Records. Now, Fantasia Records, I'm not calling out or saying you should, call these people evil or whatever, but let's listen. So if you don't know, this person makes Japanese jazz fusion, and by that I mean they prompt Japanese jazz fusion remixes of Pokemon music. The thing is, and you might have heard this genre when you're listening to like 90s and 80s anime, we're gonna listen to a bit of it. I hate that the fact I have to like exemplify AI art, I have to expose people to a bit of it, but even the covers are AI. And why do AI music artists love to use AI visual art? It's if they knew that they get called out for it, why do they use AI visual art? It's because the actual artists who make the real pictures do not want themselves implicated in the creation of AI art, because real artists understand that AI art sucks for everybody. It's not good for the environment. It's not good for artistry. So of course they don't want to be associated with. So how do you hide? You just hide yourself with more AI. Now I will say, you look at this Dragonair picture, it would pass as good art. Someone definitely has a poster of this on their wall and they're completely clueless to it, right? And if that's you, I'm sorry you had to find out this way. However, you listen to it. Okay, so it's the Pokemon main theme. Cool. We got like nice little Japanese fusion. But Fantasia Records themselves, they say this project utilizes AI technology to assist visuals and audio. And you wouldn't be able to tell. But let's look at how Fantasia Records present themselves. First of all, again, upload frequency is ridiculous for the amount of quality it would take a team of human beings to put things like this together and run a decent YouTube channel. But they get decent views. Now, they don't get like absolutely viral views. They uploaded, also, these videos are absolutely entirely too long. This is an egregious abuse of AI, in my opinion. I mean, all AI use is egregious, but this is especially, this person is uploading, requesting tons and tons and tons of data and just posting it to YouTube and pretending that it's theirs, when AI is it's essentially stolen art. Now, a good tell for, like I said, like I implicated with the last user, a good tell would be somebody who doesn't link their socials because they're not really in community, because they don't want to talk to the people who they know will eventually turn on them when they realize that they're using stolen art assets. This person does have a Bandcamp and a Linktree and an Instagram. However, they also admit to using AI for their music. It's AI music. It's AI music and it's AI art. And yes, if they are fans of the franchise, why not just do it themselves? Because they lack the talent but have the resources to get as close as possible. Is it right? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and moralize it. You know how I feel about it. But people should know, and people should be able to consciously consume or consciously know what is being pushed towards them when they look up. I found all of these by looking up the word Pokemon remixes, by the way. As you can see, we're going to get to the real creators who fortunately occupy the top slots. But as you go further down, you'll notice the pictures get a little more like the Pokemon Cyberpunk one that we'll get to. So there's another channel here called Nintendo Dreams. Again, not very many social links, just a Bandcamp and a Ko-Fi in case you want to pay money for AI art. Yo, editing Pharaoh here, and like not even 3 hours after I finished that video, look what happened. Bandcamp bans AI. And it'd be really hard to tell otherwise, right? But again, let's click on the Pokemon Platinum Remix. Let's go here. 4 hours of electronic disco. And this person uploaded this video the same month as another 4-hour, another Diamond and Pearl electronic and disco. And look at the upload frequency for these long ass videos, dog. It's not cool. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is how they do those descriptions. They've got tons and tons of songs. They just And then disclaimer, a note from the creator. I understand the concerns surrounding AI and creative work, so you already know. I made a TikTok a long time ago. If you want to follow me on TikTok, I'm just at Pharaoh. But people seem apologetic about using AI and then will power through, be like, oh, I know people feel this bad about AI, but it's my resources. I just wanted to see it in the world. Cool. There's more beautiful ways to see it in the world. And polluting the YouTube digital space with 4 5 hour videos of AI generated thumbnails and music for 2,000 views is just not how you're going to achieve that dream. I mean, maybe it'll be enough for you, but
just consume product.
I personally think it's destructive. And again, people should know you should be scrutinized for doing stuff like that. The next channel we're going to visit, Remix Tavern, Pokemon music. I mean, they, as you might have seen in these past couple of channels, these people just look up OSTs from video games that have great composers themselves. And like, well, what if we did that, but we stole stuff? I like how they have the same pattern over and over of starting with the first song you ever get and then just going more and more and more. As you can see, Pokemon, this channel does a lot of like half-hour mixes. They're not, I wouldn't say not as egregious. It's all egregious, but they're not as obvious with their multi-hour uploads. But look at no. Do you not want to be seen? Do you not want to contact the people who listen to what they might think is your work? It's just a pump and dump for YouTube. That's all it is. And these people hit some pretty crazy views. 50K views on Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger has some amazing compositions made by, I'm pretty sure it's either Motoi Sakuraba. Actually, let's look up Chrono Trigger. Thank you, Wikipedia. Who's your producer, designer, composer? Yeah, Nobuo Uematsu, Yasunori Mitsuda, Noriko Matsueda, whatever, how do you pronounce that? Chrono Trigger has some of the best music of all time. So of course people are going to make AI music of it if they have the resources to do so. But again, doing this stuff on YouTube and publishing it, if you are sick, you want to let people know how to suss things out. Contacts, how they interact, if they actually admit to it being AI. The approximation, the most important part is their upload frequency. 1 month ago, this person uploaded Final Fantasy IX, Christmas Cyberpunk music, Chrono Trigger, and then that's three these projects that take so long to get past. Anyone who's ever worked in a DAW would know that this music isn't just stuff you can just pump out and have be as good as it would be. Even if you're copying it note for note, you have to have a decent level of experience in all sorts of music to translate stuff like this, but they don't care. This is Remix Tavern. They're just pumping, dumping AI music. So with all that done, we're going to revisit this matcha channel. The matcha channel, I hate to say I'm starting shit with this person. I hate to say I'm starting shit with anybody. But the matcha channel, they actually talk about themselves for once. Hello, I'm Matcha, a Japanese illustrator and composer who loves Pokemon. I aim to create illustrations and songs that convey a story, blah, blah, blah. As you can see, it's giblified Pokemon thumbnails all the way down. They've been doing this for 2 years. How long has AI music been prevalent? How long has AI music been passing for normal music? As you can tell, just as soon as this person realized they can start doing stuff like this. But again, I mean, these songs are just about the loop, a minute long, 2 minutes long, but it's all the similar styles. You can see as I'm scrolling down, the art style changes every now and then. Normally it's giblified. As soon as you go up, like you see more cutesy, you see more childlike characters, but you go down and you see more inspirations seep into the visuals because the AI is inconsistent. It's hallucinating all these tracks and they're just posting here. They manage to talk about themselves and give themselves a platform to talk with people on, but it's so obviously AI, is what I can say. I'm actually not entirely sure, but I'm going to hazard and say that, yeah, this person is using AI to make their art. This person is using AI to make this amazing giblified Pokemon art. This person is using AI because, again, the level of production it would take. It's just, you're posting all of rapid posting. Look how many videos they made in the past 2 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my god, actually I have to scroll down. They made all these posts. It's like, and there's no links to any of the visual artists as if they made all of this stuff themselves. One of the biggest things, if you had a hole to poke through the big theory or the big exemplification that I put forth in this video, that the simultaneous posting of high quality art and high quality music from a single channel and not knowing at all who made either of those things, you have to assume that this person is just a savant who's really good at making Ghiblified Pokemon art. Studio Ghibli, by the way, if you don't understand what Ghiblified is, it's AI art stealing the art style of Hayao Miyazaki and his amazing team over at Studio Ghibli, and then also making a decent lo-fi hip-hop remix of Pokemon songs. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. What I'm saying is the outcropping of people who do this stuff for every genre and music style and art style, they're stealing it by using AI. Now we're going to go to what I think are some exemplary versions of people who actually make music using their blood, sweat, and tears, primarily Glitch X City. If you don't know Glitch X City and you're in tune with Pokemon community stuff, I feel like you've been sleeping. Glitch X City is an amazing producer, artist in general, YouTube personality. She's got it all. Very cool person. Very cool indeed. As you can see on their page, not much about their music because you already know what they're about. Video game music, remixes, and covers. Here's how to contact them on every platform you would introduce yourself or talk or say, hey, I love your music and stuff. Twitter, Twitch, Blue Sky, Instagram. They show themselves. You actually know her face. Super cool. Makes amazing music. I don't want to use her music without permission though, so I'm not going to. But if you should go and subscribe to Glitch X City, you should listen to Glitch X City music. She's amazing. Another YouTube creator that you should follow, Hoops and Hip Hop, who is an amazing PokeTuber and regardless. Just look at the stuff they make. Trivia, videos, Fakemon, guides, fake games. Pokemon Cardinal's not real. God, I wish it were real. The pseudo-legendary Pokemon Cardinal is a Wolverine that's grass and fire. That's amazing. You should watch Pokemon Cardinal. But Hoops and Hip Hop also makes tons of great Pokemon music. It's dope, and you should hit them on all their socials and listen to their Pokemon music so you can understand the kind of stuff that goes into making the stuff that they do. Their upload frequency is also not 12 trillion songs in the course of like a couple of hours, because they put blood, sweat, and tears and they actually commission artists to make their thumbnails, or they make them themselves, or they use video game footage for the backgrounds instead of just putting like an AI art splash. And then the last person I make, it's a little minor, but I wanted to just say, like, I've known about Prolly for a long time. I think they went by Mixilly or something. Prolly makes good music. Now this is this video is 10 years old, by the way. It was made December 25th, 2015. But as you can see, before the times of AI, you know, if someone published something like this, I'd actually have to have a look at it, because it's like, okay, this changes everything about the art style. But this is a 10-year-old video, right? This is what they're about. You go to their channel. This is Prolly. Pokemon personality. Here's their socials. Here's how to talk to them. They know how to interface with the stuff. So, all in all that being said, I feel like I'm gonna put myself back in the center here, actually. If you don't like my VitaTube avatar, you can complain in a comment. I like it. I'm a black nerd. I'm super nerd pharaoh, baby. Anyways, I just wanted to do a little showcase of how to, you know, suss out Pokemon AI stuff. Because people in my communities are having trouble doing so when they're exposing people to a lot of AI art and be like, oh, this is cool, and then someone has to say, hey, did you even check? Do you have the inquisitive nature it takes? Do you have the appreciation for Pokemon to understand how the sausage is made? Do you want to, or do you just want to listen to cool stuff? Because you just want to listen to cool stuff and you don't want to think.
Don't ask questions, just consume product.
Do what you want, but if you believe in the sanctity of art in the way I do, the human creative aspect of art, then I'd recommend at least vetting your creators or going through their stuff and saying, hey, this music is pretty good. I wonder how they make everything else or what they make everything else. And you'll see the through lines to clue you in on whether it's AI art or not. So that's all I wanted to do. This is actually longer than the first time I started this video where I was rambling and doing nothing. Welcome to my channel.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Super Nerd Pharaoh. This is not my first time trying the Pokemon thing. It will probably not be my last. But we'll see how far I can take this channel, VitaTube thing. I don't know. I've tried this a lot. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe because I will be making more videos about Pokemon, not necessarily shit stirring about AI or drama stuff. I want to make things like lists about stuff I want to see in Champions, or going back to talking about other music, like stuff that Shofu makes and stuff. So if you want to stick around for that, I'm here. Anyways, bye.